Right, I'm going to show you the new Precious Stones collection that I've had a little play with at home and some designs that I've come up with. I'll show you the colours. We have amethyst, agate, jade, also we have citrine, topaz, and finally we have onyx, which has a slight gold shimmer in there. One of the first designs I'm going to show you is a Fleur-De-Lis design that was sort of based on my duvet cover, which I then later realised it was called Fleur-De-Lis. And we have a swirl design here using the agate, topaz as well, but we'll probably show you the agate design today. We'll start with the Fleur-De-Lis. It's already base coat, don't forget to prep your nail obviously as well. We're going to use citrine for the first coat. Swoop round. Make sure you're capping around the sides and the edges again. And cure. Second coat of citrine. Cure for 45 seconds again in your lamp. Now for the detail, we are going to use onyx. Pop a little into your palette. Take your detail brush. Again, not too much on the brush because you don't want it to drop off at all while you're drawing. Start just above the middle. It's sort of almost a diamondy shape without the spiky sides. Leaf shape maybe. Nice straight line underneath, keeping your hand quite steady. I know it's easier said than done sometimes. Make that a little bit thicker. If you find it's a bit too light, you can always add just a touch more, or you can top it up afterwards when you've cured. Now we're going to do sort of, and some rainbows almost, I'd say the shape is. So bring it up and down. Try and make this bottom part here a little bit thicker and this end thinner. Do the same the other side. Try and get them as symmetrical as possible. And underneath, you just want to do a very tiny diamond shape. Then after you've cleaned your brush, take your dotting tool, bring it back into the palette, and produce some dots at the top of the nail, starting in the centre and sort of coming down maybe at a tiny angle almost, so instead of going round it's sort of more straight. Now if you're going over again, I tend to find if I dot back onto the palette so I've not got so much paint on and go back into the centre one, and you'll still have the same size difference with the dots. The same at the bottom. And cure for 45 seconds under the lamp. Next, take your top coat and apply a nice even layer over the top, not too thick, making sure you cover all of the design so you don't wipe any off afterwards, because if you've not capped it in with top coat properly, the colour will lift off when you wipe it. And cure again. Wipe off, and there you have your Fleur-De-Lis design. I'll just show you the contrast with the opposite colours. You can see the gold shimmer as well in the onyx there. You can also do these obviously as a set of 5, and then for the signature finger you can either have the opposite colours going round or any other colour combination you like, but sometimes just the signature finger brings it out more rather than, you know, all the same. Now I'm going to show you my swirl design. I have blue here that I've mixed the outside with the agate and a little bit of satin sheets. You can see the sparkles as well in the agate, which is very pretty. I did try the design as well with topaz and the onyx, which again is a very nice combination, but we'll do them all in blue for now. Again, already base coat and prepped, just bouncing again gently up to the cuticle, not too close. Bring it down, swoop out. Make sure you get nice even coverage. And don't forget to cap round the sides and round the free edge. And cure. Now apply your second coat of agate. Really does look very nice and sparkly. Make sure you're capping again. Don't know if you can see all the shimmer in there and the glitter parts. Very, very pretty. And cure again for 45 seconds. Now for the blue, around the outside of this nail here, I'm going to mix the agate with a little bit of satin sheets. So take your palette, and add a little blob, and mix it with a little bit of satin sheets. And just gently mix it with your dotting tool. So you've got a nice lighter shade appearing here. So I start by just going around the top, very slowly. Make sure you're covering any of the bottom colour so you don't have the light part and a little bit of the darker part at the top. I'll start down this side, drag down, and then for the last part I'm going to come up from the bottom for the second half. Trying to make sure it's nice and straight. Again, easier said than done sometimes. I'm going to come down the side and come up from the bottom again. Finally just across the bottom. Just check down your edges as well to check there isn't any blue patches, darker blue patches like there, and just go over it. Okay. Now take your detailing brush again and bring it back into the palette, and now I'm going to come from the top and just swirl around. Just make sure it's got enough density to it, so enough gel to show it up nice. And the same coming from the bottom. Again, just making sure you can see enough of the detail with the colour. There you go. And then get your dotting tool again. Make sure there's enough on there. Starting from the top, just work your way round and down the edge. And then again from the bottom in the opposite direction going up. Cure under your lamp for 45 seconds. And then top coat and you're done. Top coat really does bring out the colours quite nicely and gives it a nice shine. Making sure you're covering it all and capping the free edge and the sides. Give it a wipe over and you're done.